Okay, guys, if you haven't gotten a raffle ticket yet, over at the merch table, we are raffling off two test pressings, two copies of our test pressing, because the vinyl is not in quite yet, but will be in the next month. So those of you who pre-ordered it, you'll be getting it soon. But if you haven't gotten a raffle number, go grab one at the merch table, and we'll do that later.
Marcella Simien, everybody. Here with her. Tonight, your audience is your lovers.
Yes.
Marcella and her lovers.
That's right.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Excited for you. Excited for everybody. My name's Robert Gordon, and we're here to celebrate the release of Marcella's first solo album.
Yeah.
And I knew things were going to be right when I walked in the room tonight and the lights were already dimmed. Because this is a record you want the lights dimmed for.
Yes.
So I said, okay, the light gods are upon us, and I know the music gods are here, so everything's going to be good. I kind of thought we'd start at the heart of everything.
It's kind of boomy.
Boomy.
Sorry. Yeah, let's start at the heart. I'm sorry. My sound ears just, yeah.
Good call. Yes.
Sorry, Robert.
No problem. Can y'all hear us back there? Okay. So I think it's going to be real important that we get to decide what it's a record that plays from start to finish with no breaks. So we're going to break halfway through. I was going to call it side one. I guess when there's turntable, it'll be side one.
Oh,
okay.
Got the pressing, yeah, test pressing. So.
And so we're going to get to the music as soon as we can and then come back and talk more at length. But this is a record that is really steeped in family and in a journey and maybe a transformation. And so I thought that you talk on the record about talking to your great-grandmother whom you never met.
Yeah.
So let's start with Lilia.
Yeah.
Tell us who Lilia is and how you got to know her.
Well, I knew her through stories, a lot of stories, from my dad's side of the family. This was his grandmother.
Introduce.
Yeah, this is my father, Terrence, here. And my mom, Cynthia.
Yeah.
They drove up from Lafayette, Louisiana this morning. And anyways, she sounded like one of the strongest, most complex people in our family, you know? Married at 15 years old, had a baby every year for 15 years. Can you imagine? The sacrifice, physically, emotionally, mentally. And so it just dawned on me, like I was, you know, we'll get into it further later, but how strong she had to be, you know? They lived off the land. They were living hard in the early 1900s. And yeah, she came to me in a dream once, and when I was going through a difficult time, and I started to really think about her more, and her presence felt like this sort of like guardian angel energy. Like I felt like I was being protected by her on some divine level. I don't know. Special.
and so when you were raised in a steeped family atmosphere? Was there a lot of family around? Tell us about coming up a little bit. And I was going to say mallet, but how should I say it?
Yeah, mallets, either way. And I was born in Lafayette, which is like 30 minutes away, and that's where, you know, it's a little bit of a larger city, but my dad grew up in Mallette, and almost every weekend I'd go out and spend time with my grandparents. And on my first EP, I wrote a song about my grandmother Ethel, my dad's mom, and they've always been a consistent piece of every album. I've always referenced them in some way because they were a huge part of my life. I was an only child. Dad was away a lot, had to be away a lot on the road, and so I enjoyed going out to the country. Mom would take me out there, and I felt a warmth and love there that just was unmatched, really special.
And back to Lilia for a second. Would other family members talk about her? How was she?
Yeah.
How much was she in your life before your dream?
A lot. There was this great. There was an older photo of her that was always up in a frame in their dining room area, and I remember her face was all. I saw her face since I was young. So she was like with me, and I'd locked eyes with her in that photo many times. And then later there was like a family reunion where they unearthed all these old photos. And I saw her wedding photo of her when she was 15. And there was something about her hands. I'm double jointed. I have my fingers are kind of do this weird thing. And her fingers kind of did something similar, the way they were rested in her lap. And I was like, I felt connected to her just through that very odd little trait. And yeah, I was just always intrigued with her face and who she was and how she lived. And so it was just always there, in the background.
Well, at the risk of chasing everybody from the room with this question, can you tell us about your dream?
Yeah, it was during a very dark period. I don't know if do we want to get into that right now?
Let's do that when we go.
Let's come back to it.
Listen, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah, let's come back to it.
Okay.
If
Well,
that's okay with you.
let's listen. Let's go to the record. We're going to go to the first half of the...
Yes.
I know your grandfather's voice is on here.
Yeah.
What else do you want to tell us that we should listen for?
You'll find little gems and nuggets. And there's Neil deGrasse Tyson. I have a sample of his voice. He's just someone I respect a lot and love. And I just liked, it was a quote that I liked of his that I threw in there. And it's a sensory experience. And I think before we start, I'd like to try something. If all of y'all don't mind, this is optional to participate in. Just close your eyes. And lift up out of your waist, reach the crown of your head to the sky. Let your face be soft. Relax your shoulders. Take a big, deep breath in. Audible exhale. Ha. Again. In. Exhale. One more time, big, deep breath in. Take another sip of air at the top. Hold it. Exhale. Wherever you feel any tension in your body, notice that area in where you're feeling holding in your body, and just send your breath there and just relax. And with every exhale, feel yourself sink deeper into your seat and let yourself feel grounded. You're safe here with us. Gently start to flutter your eyes open. All right.
Maestro? And if the lights can be dimmed more, it would not be inappropriate.
May I heal this family bloodline, forwards and backwards through time. May I heal this family bloodline, forwards and backwards through time. May I forwards and backwards through time. Grandmothers, grandfathers, am you. You are me. Thank you for the portal of my parents. I am you. You are me. May I hear this family bloodline, forwards and backwards through time. May I hear forwards and backwards through time.
Have no education, but a very determined man who never willing. So he really had a pretty strong mind, strong mind, strong mind. Really had a pretty strong mind.
Gratitude flows through my blood like an electric current of love. From birth till earth, till the wheels fall off.
So, all measures of time, historically, were derived from cosmic rhythms.
Time is wild. Tell me what you want from me. Time is wild, and it's something we can never see. Time is wild. Can't tell me what's our road. Time is wild, and it ain't in our control. No, it's wild and deprived, but you nourish my soul. Time is wild. Still, I know we gon' make it alone. Time is wild, but at least you hold my, you got my gone its own.
Recently, I've been writing with my great-grandmother. Her name was Marcella Simien. She was a strong and beautiful Louisiana Creole woman, and she gave birth to 15 children. She made her own soap, her own clothes, and our family lived entirely off the land in Marlette, Louisiana. She crossed over to the other side when my father was still a baby, so I never got a chance to meet her in person. But I've been meditating on her contributions to our family and the wealth of knowledge that she shared on how to survive, and how her many, many gifts created space for all her children to live freely and to share our gifts with the world.
Hydrated, satiated, emancipated. Can I tell you about the wealth that resides in my mouth? I invited all my insecurities over fatigue. And they told me about this other reality that had nothing to do with me. Hydrated, satiated, emancipated. This is my direct line to the divine. She said, I know it's risky, babe, but you gotta let go. Let go. I know it's risky to bend to the will of a dream that's being fulfilled. Satiated, emancipated.
On travaille Dieu pour sauver la vie. We work hard to save our lives. Et on peut sauver longtemps. And we pray to save our souls. On exclame, Jordan Slally. We are slaves, but someday we'll be free. C'est ça, mama pranimo. That's what mama promised me.
the fucking anxiety creeps in. You know my mind and I, we weren't always best as it was. Tell me, how did it come to that so fast? Hey God, give me a call when you can. Hey Krishna, pick up my phone call if you don't mind. Jah, give me a call when you can. Leave a message at the beat. Leave a message in your sleep. The daytime is just a dream. I turned off my phone for 5 days straight. I found another way to lose some weight. Oh, I ain't never played the blues like this, and I ain't never going back to the other way. I ain't never played the blues like this, so you ain't gonna find me going back to the other way. No. I love the way his eyes on me, his eyes on me. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. He's got a view of the world in front of him, yet he's looking at me, looking at me. Wanna show him my heart is his home. It is his home, whether we together or alone. And show him it ain't been love till now, been love till now. And he showed me how. He's a light in my life that never goes out, never goes out, no. My reality surpassed my dream, surpassed my dream. Oh, I love the way his eyes on me, his eyes on me. From birth till earth, till the wheels fall off, till the wheels fall off.
Marcella Simien.
Thank you so much.
All right, so while we're still in a semi-dream state, share your dream if you want. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I was going through a kind of a dark period a couple years ago. I made a transition to live completely holistically and handle my, cope with my ADD in a holistic way. I had, against the guidance of my parents, as a 19-year-old, was tested for ADD and started taking a pharmaceutical for that called Adderall, and took it for a decade. Unfortunately, it was a tool that, I thought helped me for a time, but it did not after a while. And it was not good. it's not a healthy pharmaceutical. I never, was never encouraged ever to, treat anything that way. It was always holistic, in our household. But I kind of turned back to nature and found myself again and found that, you can heal these things on your own. And it's, not the funnest thing to talk about, but I decided it's important to talk about it. We have to have these conversations. It's like, it doesn't have to be taboo, Now I feel like it's more now than ever. It's important to be open with yourself and honest with yourself and each other, because that's how you build a strong community. That's how you learn from each other. And anyways, during that detox period, I, dreamt she came to my dream and was just telling me that it's okay, that everything I was dealing with, that I was okay. And it was like I had like permission to let go. I say that in the lyric, that it's risky to bend to the will of a dream that's being fulfilled. It's taking a chance. You're diving into the deep end when you work in music and in the arts. You're taking a chance. You're risking a lot. Your sanity, your bank account. There's a lot of sacrifices you have to make, and it was like a moment where she like led me. She said, "It's okay, let's go. Let's go through this together," and it was beautiful. And then I started to think more about her and write about her and journal, and the song came together. Yeah.
It sounds like more than a song came together. The song is about her, but she seems to have become kind of, I don't know, it feels like a guiding. She's all over the record.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And also, you recently got married.
Yes. There he is. Dustin. And we did this together. We made this record together. This is our first baby.
So talk a little bit about the making of the record.
Yeah. Well, we went in with the idea. We went to Young Avenue Sound to work with Scott Harden, who we'd worked with before, for a song that we released in 2021 called Sound. And we loved working with him and his whole approach to engineering. He's got a really he's a musician, so he would say, "Hey, how about we try this?" And it was always a good idea. And he just had a great laid back approach to everything. And so we went in with the idea to do one song, which was Stars. That was going to be the song that we were just going to go in and record. And we said, okay, we need to do something. And then I had these kind of, everything else on the album I had started writing, and they were just ideas for songs because they didn't have a conventional structure like the A-B bridge out. It wasn't like verse chorus. It wasn't obvious to me. It was just like, I think this might be a chorus, but I can't really figure out how to write the bridge or maybe it's just a mantra. Maybe I'll just let it be. Maybe I won't push it, too far, or just let it be and see what happens. And so we went in and just recorded them as these mantras. And Dustin just encouraged me to do things that I'd never done before in the studio, and play guitar and like do these things, but drums and things I'd do around the house. And he was like, you gotta do this, you know, like, and it was, I always wanted to do something like this, but it was just amazing to have him and by my side encouraging me, because there were some days where I was not in the mood and I was not fun to work with, I'm sure. You know, because it's like, I don't know, it's a process. Like, you go in and you bring all your emotions in there, and yeah.
Let's talk about the process for a second, because I work through a process too, and you know, there's a lot of. In the end, we're like, you've got a record out, and everybody gets to hear the final product. But it is a difficult, arduous, yeah. These like fragments of songs. So you went in to do Stars, and then did you stay and do all of this, or did it happen over time?
We decided that day, I think, that we're gonna come back. Yeah, I think we decided that day. It's like, well, let's keep going. This felt good. Like, it felt really good to track that one. And then we're like, man, well, let's see what else we can do. And it was fun. I mean, I had some songs like Lilia, the first version of Lilia, before it was like, I was quoting a Clash lyric in it. Like, I was all over the place. My brain was all over the place. But it was like, you had all these different versions, and it just changed and grew. And then there was another version of Lilia where we like recorded I was playing the hand drum while I was speaking, and it bled through the vocal mic, and, you know, we had to change things. It was a process, but it was amazing. Yeah, just the whole experience, very gratifying.
What are some of the, like, this music is atmospheric, trance-like. What were you drawing from?
I grew up hearing a lot of Daniel Lanois, so a lot of that spacey, you know, like Brian Eno, Grace Jones, Nina Simone, Fiona Apple, Tom York, Frank Ocean, Zap Mama with the mouth percussion. We listened to a lot of Zap Mama as a kid. Umu Sangare, an artist from West Africa. The Clash, Joe Strummer, you know, just a lot of different influences throughout my life, and that I think informed the way that I write and work, you know.
But was doing this different from, or how was doing this one different from doing the ones with the
band?
Lovers? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
the other Lovers.
The other Lovers. I love them so much, and they're all so madly talented, just brilliant, and they all have such incredible ideas. And it's like, it's undeniable that when you get in a room with them, any formation of my band, I get to work with so many amazing guys, and it's always just magical. But it was a nice challenge for me to learn how to work with myself, you know, because it's like you really have to. Yeah, it's a different experience, and it pushed me in ways that I feel I needed to be pushed.
So you played all the instruments,
yeah,
pretty much, and you didn't expect to. It sounds like
we kind of started with that idea.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And then I brought Chemist in for that one song, on side B that we'll hear in a little while, because I thought, you know, a lot of it was that we didn't have a big budget. And I wanted to see what was possible just by myself. And this process that I was going through in my personal life of learning how to trust myself and regain this confidence that I lost over those years of not trusting myself throughout my 20s, and, you know, thinking that I needed this, you know, one pill a day to get going, you know? It's sad that I felt that attachment to this thing, this external anchor that had nothing to do with me. And I became my own anchor. And I became this strength that I didn't know that I had. I did not trust myself. I would look to everybody else for answers for so long. And it felt so empowering to learn how to, you know, as corny as it sounds, believe in myself, you know?
Yeah. No, I think it's very true. I think it's very true. And I also think that having a public persona kind of magnifies that issue. The idea that, you know, you go out on stage and you present this good time to a room full of people, and then you go home and you're like, now what? You know, the cereal's soggy. and so working with yourself, I mean, kind of, you want to talk about more about that, coming off the medication, coming, you know, it sounds like this record is a great kind of affirmation of the new you, as it were.
Totally.
Now, I got to say, having known the old you, you know, I got nothing against Adderall. Seriously, I mean, you know,
Thank you.
I understand how it affects you personally,
Sure,
but,
sure, yeah.
you know,
I was still an okay person.
how do you feel about this let's go let me ask you this. Yeah. This record as a next step in your series of recordings, you know, how does it feel to you? We've shared half of it. We're going to share the other half soon. You know, how do you feel?
It's amazing. I feel like I'm flying right now, and having a bird's eye view. Like I can see this from up there, high level. It feels like the start of like something really cool. Like this could continue and grow. And I've throughout this process, I was adding elements, a little more spoken word in my band shows, full band shows, and you know, I this is who I am now. So it's like it just feels natural, and I just don't, you know, I'm excited to see what's to come after.
Well, I know part of what's to come after is something I want to talk about after side two, which is your ideas for live presentation of this. So to get us back into side two, we're going to start with the song Stars, and that was the kind of the song that kicked off everything. So where did that come from? Let's start with that. Where did Stars come from?
Yeah, well, that was a reclaiming of confidence, a reclaiming of trust in myself again after all of that. And I just celebrated 3 years a couple days ago.
All right.
And I feel amazing. Yeah. But anyways, Stars is like a mantra. It's like a prayer and affirmation. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. I just want you to hear it.
Let's do that then. Let's do that.
Stars, I see. Stars, for you, for me. Stars coming in and out of you. Celestial energy through me, through you. first time I see the sky with both my eyes. Finally, I got nothing left to hide. For so long I locked myself outside of me. I locked myself outside of who I am, who I could be. Now I'm finally set free. Your texture is like the sun, and you're glowing all over everyone. And I know when it hurts you, and you can't say it. And sage this room, sage this place. From the argument last night, and all the things we didn't mean to say. And I know when it hurts you and you can't say. And you know, back when we started dating, I used to internet stalk you. Then I'd dream about when you take my hand and marry me. Then you woke me from my sleep, and then I stepped into another dream. You woke me from my sleep, and then we stepped into another dream. Oh, oh, oh. You're kinda psychic, I kinda like it. And I've never been the same since, darling, and I'm glad. I've never been the same since, baby, and I'm glad. Can't see my future without you in it. I won't see my future unless you're in it. Ah, 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 ah. Like the sea meets the shore, I can't believe it's real. Making peace with who I used to be. I freed myself from the bondage of doubt. Ah, 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 Gratitude flows through my blood like an electric current of love. I am brave. I am strong. Perfume of success thoughts blows in me. Blows in me. I am cool. I am calm. I am sweet. I am kind. I am love. And I am sympathy. I am charming. And I am magnetic. I am pleased with all. I wipe away all tears and fears.
have no enemy. I am the friend of all. I have no habits in eating, thinking, behaving. I am free. I am free. I am brave. I am strong. Perfume of success thoughts blows in me. Blows in me. I am free. I am free. I am love. I am free. I am free. I am calm. I am cool. I am sweet. And I am kind. I'm pleased with all. I love the way his eyes on me, his eyes on me. Oh, 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 oh. He's got a view of the world in front of him, yet he's looking at me. Wanna show him my heart is his home. It is his home, whether we together or alone. And show him it ain't been love till now. We're in love till now. And he showed me how. A light in my life that never goes out, never goes out. Oh, oh, oh. My reality surpassed my dreams, surpassed my dream. I love the way that his eyes on me, his eyes on me. From birth till earth, till the wheels fall off. Till the wheels fall off. Thanks. So
Go ahead.
much.
You've got some notes there. You got something you want to say?
I just had some ideas. No, like, you know, the it's funny that Yogananda's affirmation is this guy Yogananda here. This is a book that Dustin gave me, and I pulled from, that's the song I didn't write. I pulled from one of his affirmations for psychological success, it's called. And I just read from it over a beat that Chemist made, and you know, it's amazing because words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling, right? It's like if you say the words enough, you'll believe them, you know? I am brave, I am strong, you know. I'm magnetic, I'm this, I'm cool, I'm calm. And it's true, it works. It does. And so it's like it was a little bit of an affirmation for me, but mostly this is something that I just want people to connect with. It's an odd track. It's unlike anything I'd ever done before. I realized that this is totally out of left field in comparison to my work with my band, but that doesn't mean these things can't fuse, you know? And the band's excited about it, and we're gonna have different interpretations of the songs, and I just love how songs grow and change over time. Don't you, Dad? Don't you love that? You know? Like something you wrote years ago, like what you talked about with Corey Leday, like hearing that the other day, you know? Like it's just, they really take on a life of their own. They go out in the world and they live and they interact with other people, and it's just cool to, I don't know, that was one thing that, because that song stands out because it is so odd and wild and bizarre, and you know, I'm sure some people were like, what is going on?
Well, you're absolutely right. They do go out and they become their own entities, you know, and affect people now and affect people later, and the recording is just the recorded version. You'll in your live performances, I'm sure these songs will continue to evolve. Talk about how you anticipate bringing this record to life.
Yeah, well, this thing that we talked about earlier with, you know, the output of a live show and how I'm a very physical and emotional and spiritual performer. You know, I learned it from this man right here. You just go out there and you really give everything that you got, from your toes to your head, from your head to your toes. You're just giving people all of yourself. And it's really, I feel blessed and gifted to have that opportunity and to have the platform of a stage and being able to share my story and a message, you know, and connect with people. And I just felt like this project had kind of it was just a different artistic turn that I took. And so I thought the live show should be a reflection of that. And I like the idea. I kind of honestly have gotten bored with the standard thing of going out to a show, to a club, and people are drinking and there might be TVs on. It's like, I feel like no one's really present. I feel like people are on their phone half the time or they're videoing half the time. And that's cool, no disrespect. But I just like the idea of kind of turning it on its head or just reimagining how we experience live music. And I went to art school. I came here. That's why I came to Memphis, was to go to Memphis College of Art.
Yeah.
And I'm an artist. I'm a visual artist too. And I never really fused the two. And so I met Graham Burks, who's a mad scientist and multi-instrumentalist, a super talented cat. And he agreed to work with us on this new show. And he's a video artist and uses video synthesizers and all these incredible contraptions. And we're going to have this beautiful new live experience. We have Yvonne Bobo, who built a metal structure that's like 10 feet wide. It's cylindrical shaped. It comes out like this. I'm behind this screen. So there's a metal structure, and then there's a screen adhered to the front of it. And we're projecting onto that. And there's going to be a screen behind us, too. And it's just going to be wild.
Sounds wild. Keep going.
I like the idea of being behind the screen. I like the idea of still giving a full performance and giving myself, but a little bit of a veil. Just a little bit. And just, it's different for me. It's fun for me. It's exciting for me. And I hope it will be for the viewer, too.
But what will you be projecting?
Oh God!
Do you know yet?
Beautiful. You could probably describe it better than me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to describe what I do. Oh,
Yeah.
how do I describe what I do? Hey, everyone.
Give it up for Graham, y'all.
Hey. So let's see. The easiest way to describe it would be like if you took two mirrors and pointed them into each other, and you just see this infinite tunnel.
Yeah.
So I do that with video. I take like old security cameras and point them into old televisions, and the feedback starts creating these colorful blobs, and then I stick weird things in there like glass prisms, and it just gets wild.
It's
and so,
beautiful, y'all.
Yeah, it's like a real tactile. I'm trying to avoid like boring computer generated screensaver looking stuff, but it's still very abstract, and to get to work with somebody like Marcella and bring this very ambient type album to life with my art's just a treat. So thank you.
Thank you, man.
And y'all have a couple dates coming up you might share with the audience?
Yes, yeah, at Off the Walls Arts. This is an art space warehouse, 360 Walnut. It's kind of between Midtown and downtown. On November 23rd, that's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. We're going to do like a preview show of what it will look like. And then a really big show at Crosstown Theater, January 25th. So save the date. We're also going to be releasing a deluxe extended version of the album where we'll have some DJs do remixes of these songs and some instrumentals, and that will come out in January near that performance.
All right, y'all. Marcella Simien.
Thank you. Y'all, it means so much that y'all decided to spend your evening with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Thank you.
And
Thank
do you
you,
have
Robert.
some
Robert Gordon,
for asking me.
Grammy-winning writer, Robert Gordon. You know him, you love him. Give it up.
Have you got some video you were going to show?
Oh, yes.
It's going to work
very
out?
Important.
Yes? Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. We got it set up. It's ready to go. Yeah, we'll do the first half. And then those of you who are waiting to get into the screening room,
Line up at the merch booth.
there's that. And then there's King Cake all the way from Louisiana outside.
All right.
So y'all can help yourself to some cake. All right. Then we'll get into it in there.